Hi, this is Jessica, the Masked Foodie, and today I'm unmasking my way of making garlicky Detroit pizza with 20 cloves of garlic. Yum! Getting that signature thick fluffy crust requires making our own pizza dough. Start off with a cup and a half of water at 110 degrees and add a teaspoon of sugar and a packet of active dry yeast. The water should be warm to the touch so that we activate the little yeast guys, not scald it to death. Let it sit on your counter for 10 minutes. I simplify making the dough by using the stand mixer to do all the hard work. In the mixer bowl, mix 4 cups of bread flour with 2 teaspoons of sea salt, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and all the yeast water mixture. Using the dough hook, run the mixer at medium speed for 5 to 7 minutes so that all the ingredients incorporate together and the gluten is activated to get a nice stretchy dough. As you can see, the dough will be just a little sticky, but it should come off the bowl and the hook cleanly. And don't worry if it seems dense at this point. It should be smooth and not lumpy. In a separate large bowl, pour some olive oil and generously coat all sides of the dough with the oil. I cover the bowl with plastic wrap and a towel and let it rest for at least 6 to 24 hours so that the dough ferments. While the dough's resting, it's time to make the garlicky sauce. Add a 1/4 cup of olive oil in a saucepan in medium-high heat and a tablespoon of crushed red pepper. Cooking the red pepper helps to release the spicy oils, and then add 6 cloves, yes, you heard that right, 6 cloves of chopped garlic, and let it cook for a minute. Your kitchen is going to smell amazing. Then add a large can of tardy San Marzano tomatoes. And I also like adding a whole branch of fresh basil. This is to infuse the basil herbaceousness to the sauce and cook for approximately 5 minutes until the basil wilts. I then season the sauce with a tablespoon of tomato paste and a teaspoon of sea salt and let this sauce cook for an hour. And then you can remove the basil branch. This sauce can be made ahead of time and heated up later for the assembled pizza. Since I don't have the iconic blue steel pan, a 9 by 13 inch cake pan works just fine. Using olive oil, grease the bottom and the sides of the pan generously and set it aside. After letting the dough rest for at least 6 hours and it's doubled in size, transfer the dough from its bowl to a floured work surface and divide it in half. Each half will make a pizza. I stretch and fold the outsides and keep on tucking in the bottom of the dough to get a nice smooth ball. And let me tell you, this dough is so fluffy and so pliable. You can wrap and freeze the other dough for a new pizza at another time. Don't these doughs look just pizza shop perfect? Place the dough in the greased pan and using your fingers, press into the dough while stretching it to the corners and to the edges of the pan. Don't be shocked that it bounces back. This is the perfect dough, but you have to give it time to rest for 15 minutes so that it grows a little and makes it easier to continue stretching it. This is the 3rd time I do the rest and stretch, and as you can see, the dough goes all the way to the edges and the corners without resistance, and the dough covers the whole bottom of the pan. Let this rest for another 30 minutes before you start topping it. Set the oven to 500 degrees Fahrenheit and cover the dough with a layer of sliced pepperoni. Don't be shy with the pepperoni. Overlap and let the pepperoni layer go all the way to the edges. The next layer is the all-important cheese layer. Although Detroiters use brick cheese, I just use a 3-cup mixture of shredded sharp cheddar, Monterrey, and Colby Jack. Cover the edges first because as it melts, the cheese will create the all-important crispy crust That is the best part of the Detroit pizza. Finally, top it with the veggies. I pre-chop a mixture of red and green peppers, red onions, and 14 cloves of garlic. Yes, it's a lot of garlic, but as it cooks and browns in the oven, the pungent garlic mellows so that the aroma will have you salivating. Pop it in the preheated oven for 15 to 17 minutes. You'll know the pizza is perfect when the bubbling cheese edge has browned. Top it with 2 parallel layers of the heated pomodoro sauce you made beforehand. This tarty tomato sauce helps to bring the pizza together, and the spiciness adds some oomph to each bite. Now there's only one thing to do. Taste time! Doesn't that look so delicious? And there you have it, 20 cloves garlic Detroit pizza. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see me unmasking my other delicious recipes on MasquedFoodie.